I feel like the last thing anybody wants to see as part of their subscription feed these days is another video talking about whether or not spirals should get banned. That's exactly what this video is too. The meta is spiraling out of control. What should Konami do to fix this problem? Ban Trickstar Reincarnation and Invoked Mechaba. So, spirals are a bit of a problem and a lot of people want me to talk about it. So, here I am. Disclaimer. I actually don't feel all that qualified to talk about this. I actually haven't played against spirals. Or there's that one time on Wygo Pro, then I like quit because the term was taking like 10 minutes. I was like, I'm done with this. So I don't know that I'm the best person to do this, but you've already clicked this video, so you might as well stick around and hear what I have to say. And to make this all more interesting, you guys get to vote on whether or not you think spirals should get E-banned. So I'm gonna have a poll on the top of the video. One of these sides, whichever one it shows up on, you can vote. Should spirals get E-banned, yes or no? So spirals took 29 out of the top 32 spots at YCS Dallas. That's really crazy. I mean, you know, we just got out of a format, you know, with Zodiacs where that was just the deck that infected every single event. And now in the first major event of a format, this new deck, and it's not even really new, there's like one support card, but this new deck basically takes the event by storm. I mean, literally blows the second best deck out of the water. Pendulum Magicians made 0 spots in the top 32, and the only decks that really managed to sneak their way in were sort of semi-gimmick decks like Trickstars and just basically decks with loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of hand traps. I feel like the reason why this is a problem is kind of twofold. A, so far ahead of the competition in power level. I mean, Pendulum Magicians, like I said, 0 representation. I mean, this was a really powerful deck. Pendulum Magicians are consistent, strong, flexible, they can make a lot of plays. They just didn't seem to be able to deal with spirals at all. Also, you know, if it's beating out Pendulum Magicians, then what other hope can any other deck have of really competing? It feels like the decks that got in the top 32 were basically gimmicks. Also, the second reason that I was gonna say is just the fact that, like, it sort of has warped the game already. Similar to how Zodiacs worked, if you want to deal with spirals, you have to have hand traps like ad nauseum. Basically, Draw and Lockbird is the only really reliable way to stop them. But then also you saw people main decking triple Ash Blossom, triple Draw and Lockbird, triple, you know, Ghost Ogres, DD Crows, Ghost Reapers, Maxi. The problem with that though is, as Konami has gone on in the past and saying, if a deck is so dominant that it like skews not only the sort of percentage of what shows up in an event, but also the way that you have to build your deck to compete against it, then that's a problem. And I completely agree. You don't get to play your deck. You have to play your deck and cram 12 hand traps into it. You know, and we've had that problem kind of with kaijus and stuff in the past. That's an issue. I mean, that's not fair. That's not fun. That makes Yu-Gi-Oh really, that's not really Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. I mean, that's just playing beat the spiral. And now here's my more anecdotal part. This is just kind of more my personal just thing. I was at YCS Dallas trying to find deck profiles. And let me do a quick aside here. I've got a couple of interesting deck profiles from YCS Dallas. I've uploaded them all. Be sure to give them a watch. Give them a thumbs up. It was really hard to find non-spiral deck profiles at this event. Like, I am not lying, it was kind of crazy. Walking through the tables of the side events, the public events, whatever, you know, win a mat and that type of stuff, hoping like, oh, maybe there'll be like kind of some low tier hero playing like something interesting, you know, like maybe somebody who did really well with an Infernoid build or a Paleo Frog build or just kind of, you know, something neat, Trickstars. No. Spiral, 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 spirals. Like, I was just walking past tables like, is anyone not playing this deck? Like, so many quick fixes and drones and super agents and just fields full of link monsters, fields full of firewalls, fields full of, you know, double helixes and ibs and just Baguskas and all this stuff. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, this deck is like infectious. It's toxic. Like, it's toxic in the actual sense of the word. Like, it has infected the competitive scene. No one's playing anything else. I just want deck profiles. How hard could this be? That's me just without, you know, knowing all that much about how this deck works or anything. It's just seeing that. And, you know, I feel bad. I got like a lot of spiral deck profiles at the event and I haven't uploaded any of them, and I probably won't because who like cares? All the spiral decks are the same, and like, it's no one wants to see that. We're already having a video discussion about whether or not the deck should be banned because everybody hates it. I think that, you know, Zodiacs, they were obviously a very infectious deck too, and we just got out of that format. That's why I think that spirals really should just probably be E-banned. If not now, then right after YCS London. If YCS London is anywhere close to what YCS Dallas was, that should be the green light to get rid of this deck. there's too much like, you know, sort of PTSD already about Zodiacs and how much that was just a problem. He's facing Zoo, facing Zoo, facing Zoo. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I like what Spirals do. I like that it's a deck that can finally really take the Link mechanic and run with it and do crazy things. And I hope that more decks in the future can utilize Links, but the way that Spirals do it just feels like it's so unfair and weird. And now for this last bit of the video, I suppose I should talk about what exactly I would e-ban in them. So if we look at the last adjusted list that we got with PayPay, a lot of cards got limited. Only a couple got banned, but a lot of stuff got limited. There's 4 cards that come to my attention in terms of what should be hit, and you guys can tell me what you think about it in the comments as well. The first is obviously Quick Fix, because we need a quick fix to this problem. 4 out of 10, I know. But yeah, Quick Fix I think should get limited. I don't think it should get banned, I just think it should get limited. I think that that would be great. It means that they only have access to 1. It means if you get rid of it, it's basically gone. It means that there's no more machine dupe. That way we can keep machine dupe for the interesting decks like Deskbots or something, you know, that want to use it for fun. Because here's the thing about machine dupe. I've heard people say like it should get limited or banned. Machine dupe has been a healthy, fine, functioning card in the game. It's Quick Fix that's the problem. I think Quick Fix should get limited, and that way Spirals can still use it and they can still play, but there's only 1 and they don't get to duplicate it and just do all this crazy mess. And if you can get rid of it with a DD Crow, then power to you. Spiral Double Helix, a card that honestly it's new, so I feel like it would be unlikely for it to get hit, but like, I mean, it's the Link monster that does the thing. It's get 2 Spirals in the field, get Double Helix, combos begin. I don't know, I mean, like, I don't think it should get banned. I think maybe if it got limited, then it just means that they can only kind of run through a lot of these combos once in a game, and then that's basically it. So that would be fair, because like, in case you haven't noticed, I don't think that Spirals should die. Nowhere in this video have I actually said that, I hope. But yeah, I don't think Spiral should die. I think it should be like the adjusted list was last year, where basically the deck is still playable like PayPay was. It's just not so insanely dominant. Third card is Spiral Resort, which I think is less likely to get hit as well, because Konami they've kind of shied away from really hitting field spells. I always thought that they should maybe, but they haven't. I mean, like, the thing with like Resort is just like it searches whatever missing combo piece you've got, and it stops you from targeting your opponent from targeting your Spirals, which is annoying in a lot of cases. It means you can't really negate any of their effects most of the time. But yeah, I think that, you know, Spiral Resort could get limited, and that would be cool. Konami didn't limit Diagram, they haven't limited like the Union Hanger, so I'm Magical Meltdown as well. So I'm like led to, in the TCG that is, so I'm led to believe that it probably won't happen, but that's just an idea. And then the last card is actually Spiral Super Agent, because you know, drone to Super Agent actually leads to a lot of the combos, so like I don't know, but this is just the opinions of an ignorant YouTuber who's not all that competitive and hasn't really played the deck, so really what the hell does any of this matter? Let me know what you guys think. That's all I have to say about Spirals. Just e-ban it. Like, don't put us through it again. It's too soon after Zodiacs, all right? Jeez. Like, don't put us through another tier 0 super dominant thing. Whatever. I mean, I hope that this can kind of just go and we can forget about this and just continue playing a somewhat healthy game, but it's really all up to Konami. Anyway, remember to leave your comments with what you think should get hit, why not. Vote in that poll that was earlier in the video on whichever side it was. Also, we started a Team APS Instagram page if you want to follow it. So now I've got a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram. Really killing the social media game. You need to be there. That's gonna be it. So I hope you guys liked the video. I will see you tomorrow probably with another interesting vid I think you guys will like. So yeah, later guys.